How you guys doing? Welcome to the Empire After Show here on the stream.tv. Jason J. Carter hanging out with you, and that's right, to my left and to my right, two beautiful women. Rebecca Prince, hello.
Hi, y'all.
The queen of everything urban pop culture.
I guess I'll take the title.
And,
take that.
Take them cookies. And to my right, Mercedes Allen. How you doing, Merce?
Hi, everyone. So glad to be back.
All right, so Dylan is not here tonight, and I have no clue where he is, so let's catch up with him. Dylan, what's going on?
I'm way up, I feel blessed. Oh, sup? I'm going to the Staples Center right now for the Clippers game because I work on court at the Clippers game, throwing out t-shirts and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be able to make the show tonight, which I'm really sorry about because I love doing the after show. But I'll see you next week, and I got to get back to driving. Oh, watch out!
And that's every reason why we love Dylan. Don't text and drive, though, buddy. It's all good.
Don't record and drive.
Right.
Not texting, don't record.
Breaking so many laws
He
in LA.
loves that Drake album, by the way. Well, it's a mixtape.
Too late?
If you're reading this,
it's
too
too
late.
Listen, don't judge me for not knowing that. I'm like out of the loop when it comes to Drake. Empire.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone is talking about this show. Ratings juggernaut every single week. It just gets better and better. Entertainment Weekly is saying that this show is changing the face of television.
I agree. It's
Brilliant.
awesome.
Brilliant. Join the conversation with us on Twitter. Hit us up at the Stream TV and use the hashtag EmpireAS. We love to hear from you. Also comment on YouTube. Tonight's show started off with the bang, though, ladies, right?
Yeah.
And a good bang. I mean, okay, every show always starts off with the bang. But Cookie, as we saw in last episode, we see Anika, Boo Boo Kitty.
Anika.
Is it Anika?
It's Anika.
Yeah,
with an
Anika is Nicki Minaj's real name.
But I said Anika, right?
Anika.
Okay, Anika. We're gonna call her Boo Boo Kitty. That's easier for me to do. We see her going to the competition, the villain, Creedmoor.
Yeah, Boo Boo Kitty goes down. Cookie comes after her like right away, and it's the best thing that I've ever seen. She's throwing her clothes out of the mansion. She is so happy to be done with her, and frankly, so is
Rebecca,
I.
it was very waiting to exhale. It was very when she was like burning his crap in the movie, like, get out.
It was. I mean, I definitely think she deserved it. You know, you're a traitor. At least that's what she was showing us. So I think, good job, Cookie. Finally, you know, her turn up was real, and it was justified.
But, you know, we got to give a huge shout out to Portia because, you know, online and on the blogs, people are like, Portia's kind of dumb. But obviously,
Tonight,
she was
she
super
served a
smart.
good purpose.
I mean, she was like, look, Cookie, I got your back.
Yeah.
Boo Boo Kitty, it's a wrap on you. The end. But really, I'm kind of feeling for Anika.
No.
A little bit. Because here, and you guys are probably going to disagree with me out there in Streamland.
I already disagree.
But I mean, listen, she has been there with Lucious building up this company, even though it was Cookie's money who
funded it,
and they had their history. She was locked up for damn near 2 decades.
17 years. 17
years, and Anika's been there for her. So, been there for Lucious, I'm sorry. So, to me, it's like she kind of is justified in being a little bitter.
I just think that Anika traded sides too quickly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, she did walk in and see her man dealing with his ex. So that wasn't right. But for Anika to now trade sides and try and, you know, take Lucious down, which I'm happy, by the way, she didn't say that he had ALS.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was okay, Team Anika for a second. Just a second.
It's just funny to sort of see her, you know, she was sitting up there super holier than thou as the season starts, and now she's sort of, you know, she's coming back down to real life. We saw her taking a yellow cab.
That was when she came in the yellow cab, I was like,
Yeah.
the dream trip is over, ladies and gentlemen. But
Right.
But I agree with you. I feel bad because, like, what did Lucious say? He was like, when a man like me says, I'm sorry, you should take notice or something. And it's like, obviously this guy's ego is out of control, but it's part of why we love him, part of why we hate him. But it's like, she has
here,
no choice.
Rebecca. So I have a question then for you. Do you think because Lucious is like on his deathbed or dying, do you think what he's doing is okay?
Hell no.
Right,
Just because
so then,
you're dying doesn't give
okay.
you an excuse to act poorly. And listen, I get it. Him and Kitty have
Boo Boo Kitty
her
back.
name
Boo
now.
Boo Kitty.
Boo Boo Kitty. They have history, but you know, Cookie's back, and she's like the HBIC. And honestly, I mean, Lucious has been doing everyone wrong. So it's unfortunate that anybody's getting hurt because he's the one like sort of at the center of everything. But obviously that's that's part of the Lyon family. I mean, that's what
Lions
you gotta
protect
do.
each other.
Right.
Well, we also get an insight and a glimpse into a little bit of the music history between the competitor Creedmoor and Lucious. What went down? Apparently, Lucious was an artist for him, and then that went sour. Lucious started this whole thing, and then here we are. And ladies, what record labels besides Bad Boy do you know is strapped?
Well, listen.
Guns, the house down.
I can tell you, I mean, my first job out of college, I worked at Def Jam under L.A. Reid and Jay-Z. And granted, I had heard before I got there, when like Murder Inc. and everything was in the building, that people were running around with guns in the stairwells and all kinds of stuff. But let me tell you, L.A. Reid was not showing up in his perfectly tailored suit, whipping out guns in the boardroom, or having a standoff in the middle of the streets. Like, it's not realistic, but that's also why we love the show, because,
I mean, it's TV.
Exactly,
That,
it's entertainment.
that's what, yeah, it's entertainment, so it's not gonna be real. I mean, definitely security, you could be at the club, and the club might get shot up if you're in the wrong club, so these things do happen, it's a little bit
What club
stretched.
are you going to, Burrs?
Hey, I wasn't there, but I've seen on TMZ, clubs get shot.
What I will say is that I do like. To me, it was a very great scene. It was very high energy. I was just thinking like, wow, the beef is really real. But also we see that Creedmoor is trying to steal artists from Empire. V, even Tiana. There's a lot of. Forgive me, but there's a lot of white rappers on Empire as well. It's just like there's a whole. It's like a bag of Skittles. You never know what you're gonna get, But so I'm hoping that Empire does rise to the occasion, but it's not looking very good for them.
One, the show is called Empire,
right.
so they're definitely going to rise to the occasion. They're not getting taken down.
No.
But I think more so than just like the battle between the two labels, this is kind of like the one instance that's bringing the whole family together, actually, and it's like, I mean, even though Lucious is crazy and he hates his one son and he hates his other son, I mean, at the end of the day, they're all banding around their dad and trying to, do what's best for their family legacy, which...
And, I mean, Creedmoor is... They can only rise if Anika gives them any information.
Exactly.
They have nothing that they need to win. So,
because
like you said, the show is called Empire.
And you can't just steal artists like that anyway. Just because your A&R person goes doesn't mean you get to leave. People have contracts.
I mean,
Hey,
this is television,
it's
Rebecca.
TV.
It's television. I mean,
It might happen. We don't know, but I don't think so.
Ladies, I'm really loving Jamal.
Oh,
I feel that Jamal is the whole. I'm intrigued by the whole LGBT component around this, and Lee Daniels has spoken out actively in regards to he wants to bring light to this, and he's a huge supporter. He's an openly gay.
He's a gay man.
He's an openly gay man. So, but tonight the monologue.
He's also awesome. Just for the record, I was in Dubai with him in December for the film festival, and we had breakfast like next to each other almost every day. And this was before the show came out. I had seen the screener, but now I just want to see him again, and I want to be like, can I have a role? Just
right.
one role.
Thank
I just
you,
want to be a
Rebecca
reporter.
Prince.
She could be like the bitchy.
I know.
I just want to be a reporter. I'll play myself.
You can
She's
be in
like,
the office doing
Hi, I'm
something.
Rebecca Prince. I had breakfast with Lee Daniels. Boom.
For 2 weeks.
Say something. But I mean,
Commercial.
but no, seriously, back to Jamal though. His dialogue with Lucious tonight was fantastic. He's like, I could care less how you feel about your homophobic ways, everything. We need to band together for the sake of the company. And I feel like Jamal is he's becoming more and more the standout star.
Oh, 100%.
Of Empire. And what's also fantastic about this show is that the ebb and flow. You have some episodes that are really cookie heavy, but no one's ever really left out. The story's very buoyant. No one's ever really like, okay, well, she wasn't really featured in this episode, or you're not wondering where so-and-so is. But I will say, Hakeem...
This episode, he didn't have much.
Which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. How you feel about that?
I mean, Hakeem to me is the wackest one. I just think everything about him is so corny. It's so stereotypical, which I get it. It's TV. You're amping up those things. But it's like, Jamal to me he's the heart of the show. He's the person that even if you're not gay, whatever, you just relate to him. You relate to his struggle. You relate to what he's trying to do and just being himself. And Hakeem, I feel like he just wants to be this image, He doesn't, it's not real. There's nothing real. There's no substance. Like, my favorite scenes with him are when him and Jamal are, like, bonding.
Right.
Like, last week after Jamal came out and he went to his house and was like, that was the bravest thing I've ever seen you do. It's like, those are the moments I like him. Everything else is too much of, like,
I think his
front.
story is the realist. I think that's why. I think Hakeem is dealing with
like wanting to be a
his
rapper
mother,
star.
Yeah, somebody his mother's age. And then, I mean, it is kind of like the corny rapper thing. I don't mind Hakeem. It's Andre that I don't really mind.
Well, don't worry. We're going to touch on Andre in a few. But Cookie.
He's playing my heartstrings.
Cookie tonight.
Is off the chain.
You never listen with Cookie Lyon. There's a reason why she is taking over America with this character, Taraji P. Henson. I mean, every week you got to give you your goods because you are amazing. Take them cookies. I mean, she will do whatever it takes to keep an artist on Empire. Even go so far as to get drunk with the fool and was like, "Listen, homeboy, I can drink you under the house. What you got is nothing. I was locked up for 17 years."
And that's what I mean. If there's anyone who deserves not to be loyal in this whole case,
it's her.
It's Cookie. I mean, she was locked up for 17 years. He did nothing. He didn't let her kids see her, you know. But she holds it together and she holds it down every time. And when she was drunk,
now that was a little out of
legs
control,
out
though.
in the car, though.
That was a little bit out of control. I didn't agree.
Yeah, Mercer was offended.
I didn't
Why
know.
were you offended?
I wasn't offended. I thought that scene was hilarious. Her legs in the V, just that shot was funny within itself.
It was amazing.
But I didn't agree with Cookie getting drunk like that for work. That's business at the end of the day. So you don't have to get stupid drunk like that. Imagine if she walked outside and really got robbed and the security wasn't there to come save the day.
That's true. But I feel like she constantly has to prove herself.
Sure.
Like, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's taking her not seriously because she's either been locked up or she's a woman. So I like that she was kind of like willing to like hunker down in the project studio that doesn't exist in real life.
Studio.
Right.
And, you know, like really go drink for drink with this dude and hold her own.
Right.
She said she was going to walk out of there.
I mean, she was in jail for 17 years. She could definitely go to the studio in the hood.
Did you guys see the room? Grown men, done.
Laid out on the floor. Like,
Laid out.
I can't.
But
that was funny.
But that's one of the things we love about Cookie though. And Rebecca, you hit the nail on the head beautifully. You know, she is a woman. She does have every reason to be bitter because here she's coming back to this trying to stake her claim. And more, I feel like the audience and America is Cookie's like, we know girls like Cookie.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be your auntie. She could be your mama. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely one of my aunties.
She's very relatable. But we also see her get almost robbed and saved by Derek Luke, which, please forgive me.
Who wouldn't want to be saved by Derek Luke? Jesus.
I mean, what is his name again? I know you guys are going to hate me on YouTube. What is his name again on the show, though?
On the show, I don't remember.
It's like, okay, we're going to call him Derek Luke.
He's head of security.
Head of security.
That's all that matters.
Head of security. But, I mean, you know, you see within the context of the show and Empire, Cookie is so invested and so on board, and her and Lucious's relationship is just so off to me sometimes, though.
Well, their relationship, I think, is off, but it also really works for me because, like, you know, when you have history with someone and, like, as wrong as they have done you, like, you still love that person and you still kind of want to be there, even though you know it would be better if you didn't. Like, I feel like they have that relationship, and, like, obviously she still cares for him, he still cares for her, but then there's this other woman who's been around for God knows how long while you've been sort of rotting in jail, and so you have all these different emotions. So it's like you can't expect to come out of jail and them to have like a nice peaceful relationship. Like, it has to.
That hate makeup sex, maybe?
They did.
Did you not see that last week in the studio?
Okay, listen.
That's why Anika is tripping.
Right. Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you know, she's still the mother of his kids, so that relationship is always going to be there. I kind of think that they're going to get back together because where is Anika going to go from here?
To Creed more. I know, look, we'll touch on that in a moment. We got to go commercial, back in a moment.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
So this is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. you guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy, it was hot, it was heated, I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell her don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Welcome back to the Empire After Show here on the stream.tv. Yeah, okay. Andre.
Oh.
But before we talk about Andre, because that's pretty deep, we got to get some shout outs on Twitter. You know, or no, we'll get that in a second. Let's talk about Andre.
Okay.
Let's talk about Andre. Again, like I said, the characters are so buoyant and the characters are just so dynamic. And tonight we're seeing Andre really come into his own. The whole bipolar thing is taking me for a loop. Massively.
It's extreme.
It's crazy. It's like pulling at my heartstrings between last week's episode and then tonight. Like, really watching him melt down is like, it's sad for me. Last week he was trying to kill himself.
Right.
He had the gun in the studio, and then this week he's like, he's gone full Britney.
It's like, yeah, really.
He's gone full Britney.
I mean, he definitely needed to be put down like that because he was getting a little out of control and no one could stop him. But what happens, like, I feel like every episode, there's something so extreme with his character. Like, what is going to happen next with him?
Well, it looks like him and Jennifer Hudson, who is his now music
hopefully
therapist.
She can calm this man down because I'm getting sick of his ups and downs, and like, I'm not bipolar, so something like that for me is overwhelming.
I will say, as knowing someone who is bipolar and you know, actually being depressed myself, I was depressed for many years, got help for that, that what we are seeing in Andre is a true depiction of what happens with people that are suffering with bipolar disorder. The highs and lows,
especially if you're off your meds.
Right, and I mean, he didn't just go off his meds. He was like, bye, Felicia, to the meds.
Right.
And he felt hopeless after being told that he was not talented. And he's basically the
not
least,
gonna be
the
head of
after
Empire.
He invested himself and said in this episode, I'm here from 8 to 10.
But can
8 to 10.
Can we also talk about, because like last week on the episode, really the reason Lucious said that he would never sort of take over Empire was because of his white wife.
Right.
Who was by his side.
And it's like been holding him down. I never get the race. I mean, obviously race is an issue. I don't necessarily understand it, but it's just funny because especially in a community, like in the African-American community, they're always talking about how black men are dating white women as a sign of dating up, and then you have this black man on television telling his son, I'm not messing with you because you dated a white woman. You know,
I mean,
there's so many
doesn't
different...
agree with anything
that
his sons do, it
except
seems.
Hakeem.
Hakeem would do no wrong.
Right, but wait, does Lucious know about the older woman? What's her name on the show? Naomi
Camilla.
Campbell? Oh, okay.
Camilla.
He probably won't like that either, eventually.
Well, yeah, it looks like next week he's trying to like pay her off to get her out of the picture.
Right. There's just a lot of stereotypes on the show, just how we were talking earlier about the studio being in the hood, you know, so.
Well, I think that, you know, Lee Daniels wanted to make sure that things were authentic, though. You know, and Rebecca, you hit it. You know, race relations within the community are still heated. You don't date outside your race. You don't. There's certain things you don't do, and so it's with Andre. I'm excited to see what happens to him, because Maurice, like you said, what else can he do? They had to sedate the brother, and I was saying sedate him. Let's do some Twitter fan questions. This one comes from @UpYourBiz. Is Anika going to be vindictive and try to take over Empire? I mean, absolutely.
Haven't you been watching, girl?
What she's been doing.
Yeah, and then
she's trying to take him down. She's either gonna.
I think Anika may have a change of heart, though. Who knows? Who knows? Next, we have from @JackHine. Do you think Jamal's daughter is really his daughter? And I have to say, I actually saw Raven-Symoné out last week and had the opportunity to ask her that question, and she looked at me like, I'm not answering that. So I'm feeling like, yeah. And as you see from the preview, that he is bonding with this child. So Who knows?
She's super cute. I mean,
Adorbs.
she's a super cute
They're
little
not
addition
cast an
to the
ugly
show.
child, Rebecca.
Something has to happen with this show. I mean, it's up and down roller coaster, so it's definitely not going to be just smooth sailing. Either she's not the daughter, or something is going to happen with Raven.
But where'd where did she go? Like she came, she dropped her
her
kid off,
and then peaced out.
just
She's at
disappeared.
Chick-fil-A.
She'll be back.
And then another question from at Jared Eman. Do you think there are actually executives in the music business with the same views as Lucious?
100%.
It's doggy dog world, right?
100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone
I
wants
think
to be on top.
Everyone wants to be on top, but I also, you know, regardless, it's the same thing like in sports and in music. It's easier, no matter sexual preference, when you appear available, even if you aren't. Like Lance Bass, gay and in NSYNC for how many years, and no one ever knew, talked about it. He said it because,
I knew.
but he said it was to keep the band together because.
But you're gay. We did it.
But you know, like of course, it's always gonna be easier to promote an artist that, you know, appeals to everybody as opposed to just appealing to certain genres. I don't think it's right, but I definitely think that's something that goes on. Yeah, I mean,
I think that a lot of bosses have the mindset like there's only one number one. Number two, you're a loser.
Right.
So everyone, that's how even rappers and artists are like that, because nowadays, I mean, most people are independent. So you look at an artist and they are their own label. So I think, yeah, for sure, people think like Lucious. It's every man for himself.
Most definitely. Now, tonight we saw Estelle. You know, she played Delphine. I love Estelle. Yeah, fantastic. I think the musical guests they have on the show are amazing. And we see a great song. At first, I wasn't feeling it, but you're so beautiful. It's kind of catchy when Tiana and even Cookie got in there. It was great.
I love Cookie, but I don't want her to sing.
I mean, I don't want Lucious to sing.
You can hear her voice.
Because they were so happy auto-tune.
They were like,
No, Lucious ladies. I was like, what?
Lucious was singing.
Hey, you know Timbaland's in charge of producing, so I'm like, Tim, did you not think to like maybe fix their voices a little bit?
I mean, I think he did. He threw the auto-tune on there.
Everybody was on right.
All right, well, you know.
I can't wait until next week, though, because Jennifer Hudson.
And Mary J. Mary J's going to reach out to Cookie and be like, yo, I want them wigs back now.
Oh, my gosh.
So, music.
That's funny.
This show is all about music, ladies. Rebecca. Yeah. You are a music connoisseur. What are you listening to? What is your song of the month? I don't do song of the week. What is your song of the month? Like, what's doing it for you?
I don't have a song of the month per se. I'm still really loving Nicki Minaj's album, The Pink Print, and the song with Meek Mill, By Heart. It's probably one of my favorites right now. Yeah. But of course, I'm also a huge Drake fan, like Dylan in the car. So that mixtape is pretty heavy in rotation right now.
Good stuff, Merce.
I'm about to tell you.
Oh, she got to consult the iPod.
It's a song on Big Sean's album, and Big Sean's album is really, really good.
It's very good.
It's really good. It's the #1 rap album right now. And it's called One Man Can Change the World. And the lyrics are just so powerful. My bracelet is stuck to my dress. But the lyrics are so powerful. It's featuring Kanye West and John Legend, which I love John Legend. And I feel like Big Sean is giving us like old Kanye. Like how the Kanye that we loved.
The
Big
college
Sean
dropout Kanye. I have to echo Mercedes Allen, Big Sean's album. Definitely a surprise for me because I'm not really into rap. I'm more of a pop guy. I know, don't judge me, come on. But he has a song on there with Ariana Grande, his boo, called Research. It's amazing, talking about, you know, these girls be doing research, going through my phone.
Finding hair on the counter that ain't mine.
Them on his emails. I mean, I've been there before, so Big Sean, I feel you. That's definitely what's going on.
Listen, I'm tired of girls getting a bad rap for doing their research because, well, if you were acting right, nobody would have to do any of that. That's all I'm saying.
Point taken.
Not saying I side with Naira Rivera because she's probably crazy.
That's a whole other show.
Yeah.
There you guys have it. Remember, follow us on Twitter at The Stream TV and also tweet us at the hashtag EmpireAS. Until next time, I am Jason Carr. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was fun.